Okay, welcome. We're going to be doing a line and spline drawing for a low poly count car for this exercise. One of the ones that some of the students have requested in the past has been this Volkswagen Bug. So I got one set up. This is just to demonstrate maybe the process behind it. You can go into our J drive under animation and find this under 3D animation. Take a lesson 5 vehicle spline drawing. All right, so if I look at the different, I just took the picture, I cloned it 3 times. Okay, I found a picture online of the front, top, and front and rear views, or side views. And then I rotated them in 3 different views. But what I wanted to do is kind of get this angle here to have my side view, driver's side, front, and top view. And that's going to be the ones that I'm kind of modeling in. Now, if I look at this view, it's pretty close to being rectangular, not horrible. And if I zoom into my top view from here, looking down at it, okay, it's pretty close to being rectangle as well. So my largest amount of change or curvature is going to be from the side view. So that's going to help me determine that I'm going to draw my spline on this side view, and then I can extrude that out, and then I can reshape my extrusion. Okay, so I'm going to change this then from, I don't know if it's right or left here, that should be okay, left view, and I'm going to grab my spline tool here under create. We're going to go line, and let's see, corners, and if I drag it should give me a Bezier. That's okay. So I'm going to go to the whole outline of the car except for the wheels. Those are going to be separate entities. We'll do those as cylinders. So just find a good place to start here, and I'll go here, and we're going to start drawing our car. So there's one. Now it's going to be a corner, and for these, I want these as Bezier lines. So if I kind of set my angle, you know, as I'm drawing this out, the first part, while I have my mouse depressed, is giving me the curvature of by rotating this, and then how close I am to that and how far away sets my angle. So I can do that. I drag it out to about here, and then I let go, and I can extend this to kind of a curve that I like. Okay, now I'm going to depress my mouse again, drag that out, and bring it over, and okay, that gets us pretty close to the curve. You can see that I can control where that curve is by dragging this out and how steep of an angle it is. Okay, we can adjust that later, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but this is what we're going for here to kind of get some of this. So it's one of those things that you don't really get much until you kind of practice it and be like, oh, okay, that's working good for me. And okay, now this curve here, I guess it goes down a little bit, and I'm just gonna kind of, I realize that zooming in like this is a little bit blurry. That's okay. I'm not gonna worry about the lights here. We're just going to go right around there, and we can do those later and then detach it here. Now for here, I want kind of a nice sharp corner, so I'm just going to click once and go off of it. And let's see, now this, I guess there's a little bit of a curve there, but it's not too drastic. And then I can come up here, and there's a little bit of a curve in here. Okay, and see if we can just follow the curve. Now I can put vertices. I guess I should have put vertices right away. That where my windows start. We can add them later, but I went to pan over and I clicked off of there. I'm not so worried about it. I can continue drawing my line using my line tool there. Let's see, if I want to start right where I left off, Okay, I can go back here and turn on my snap toggle and just do endpoint here. So let's go, endpoint is turned on. I want to turn grid points off, and that should let me start a new line on the endpoint of that. We might have to weld that later, but let's just double check there. So get our, kind of match our curve, put a vertex here, adjust my curve on the top, bring this down. Okay, that's fine here. I'm going to do a corner here because I have a nice sharp line there, and then I'll start my curve here with my drag and pull. Okay, and then finish this off. So I don't want to have too many vertices in, and I don't want to have too few. I want to have enough to do my shape, but I don't want to have overkill, because then later on it's going to make things rather complicated when we try to do selecting and adjusting of our project. Oh, so yeah, that should have been a Bezier. I'll change that to a Bezier later. I clicked off of it a little too soon. All right, and then I'm going to close off. Now, because I clicked off of there, it didn't weld these points together, so let's go up to modify, and we'll click vertices here. Okay, I'm going to highlight both of those. Here's what's going on. I can't connect those two lines because they are one. All right. So this is one. Let me go to select here. One here. And so I'm going to have to attach that. So let's go down here and we'll attach 1 to 2. And now I should be able to weld those vertices together. And we're going to get ready to roll. As soon as I get this fixed up, then we're going to go into our second video here. Do I have move? Let's see, move here. Select. We're going to move that together there, and then let's attach those. Let's see. Let me hit weld. Okay, so we hit weld, and we're going to check it. I'm going to click off, select my move tool, click back on, and just grab it and see if they welded together. Okay, it did. The next thing, let me move that back. Next thing, there were 2 breaks, right? I think I got to find the other one. It was up here somewhere. Nope, it's not that one. So it looks like, oh, here we go. It's these 2. So I'm going to bring this over and line them up. Okay, and this time when I line them up, because this is the last one in the spline, we can close it right away. All right, if any of these look a little bit weird, like this one is a corner instead of a Bezier, you can fix that up by highlighting it, right click here and go to Bezier. Then you can kind of adjust those and make them look a little bit more rounded. If there's anything else that you think should be fixed up, go for it. And if you like it, then we're ready to rock and roll with the next step. So let me leave off here, and we will come back in our next video, and we are going to do an extrusion of our car and get ready to go. So thanks for joining me in this part, and let's see what comes next.